happening with this special star player. Zaeem, a very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Africa at Play.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm doing good. When last did you kick a soccer ball and how did it go?
Yesterday, it went well. We played against Transition. We won 1-0. I was happy with my performance.
Did you assist? Did you bring in a cross? What did you do in that game?
I did not assist and I did not score, but
you had a good game.
Yes.
And it shows that you had a good game because the scoreline says 1-0, and they refer to it as champion score. You score 1-0 and you get 3 points. It's very exciting in football. When did you join Stars of Africa?
I joined Stars of Africa at the age of 6 years old.
At the age of 6?
Yeah.
Interesting indeed. And you are currently 11 and 12 later this year.
Yes.
So you are 11 temporarily. You are not 11 for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
How is it celebrating your birthday on Christmas Day?
I mean, it's nice, but I don't celebrate Christmas because of my religion.
Oh, so you celebrate your birthday though?
Yeah.
On that day?
Yes.
It makes perfect sense. And what do you like about playing this game called football?
It's really enjoyable. I mean, I like to call it my therapy. If anything's happening at home or something, I go kick a ball and all my problems go away.
Interesting indeed. And what got you into the game? Because something must have happened a couple of years ago.
I would say it was all because of my father. He introduced me to the sport of football and I fell in love with it since then.
And what kind of a father is your father?
My father, he's one of the best. In another life, I would never choose another father. I would say he was probably my first ever coach in football. I really love him a lot.
Like father, like son. I always say when fathers are present, kids stand a better chance to do well in everything they touch in life. So big ups to your father, Mr. Zaeem Koopman, for being a good father that he is. Let's talk about different coaches that you've had an opportunity to work with. Who are some of these coaches?
One of the coaches, they call him Slim Cut, is Munib Joseph. And I have my own personal coach named Ashraf Hendricks. And 2 years ago, Junaid Hartley had coached me.
Wow. So you've been under safe, great hands of great footballers, great legends of the game in this country. You know, I've got a story with Slim Cut, Munib Joseph. I met him in 1999. I think at that time he was 19, during the days of Cape Town Spurs and then the match between Seven Stars and Cape Town Spurs to form Ajax Cape Town. And we met at the Cape Town train station. He was in a rush for something, but I just ran to him to say, Munib, and we did a car and I left. And a few years ago, I was the MC at the SABC Sport football coaching clinics at the UJ facilities, and I was reminding him of the story. So it's just amazing to see that many years later, Slim Cut is still involved in the game. At that time, he was still saying goodbye to his teenage years. Slim Cut, a very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Africa at Play.
Good afternoon. Good to hear from you, man. And what an initiative you're doing, interviewing the future of South African football and even world football. You know, it's such a privilege to be on your show as well and be able to can speak about one of the players who's definitely destined for greatness in the future.
Interesting indeed. Thank you so much for joining us. What kind of a player is Zaeem Koopman?
Nah, Zaeem is just, before I speak about the player, I want to speak about the boy. You know, as you can hear him, as the way he speaks as well, he's a well-grounded boy, comes from a good family, attends a very good school in Emerentia Primary as well. You know, so he's got a good foundation and he comes from a very, very good home. If we're speaking about his football, it's a joy coaching this boy because he's got natural ability. And what I love about him is the fact that he always does that extra. Like as you can hear the coaches that he does private training with as well. You know, he's wanting to achieve. He's striving for that ambition. He's a very, very ambitious player, but also a very natural, gifted player. And definitely one is going to be read about and spoken about in the future.
And also, Slim Cut, it's good to hear that you are not a selfish coach because as a former goalkeeper, you could have easily converted him to a goalkeeper, but you left him to be an infield player.
Yes, no. That's how he's come to my school team because I coach the school team. And then if you say selfish, I am very selfish. They know. They ask Zaeem as well. When it comes to to football, and then I'll always ask them, hey, who are you going to play for? Are you going to play for me or are you going to play for the club? You know, and they'll always find a way to play for me. So that is why I'm very, very selfish, you know, because especially the quality that he brings to the school team as well. You know, it's Zaeem is just a special player with great, you know, instincts and awareness about him that I'm sure he picked up at the school at Farouk's Academy. You know, at Stars of Africa, the kids are well drilled there, and he comes with that pedigree to the school. And you know, school football has been suffering, and for him to show that massive interest in still wanting to represent his school, it just stands as a reminder of what Zaeem really is and how he loves the game.
And having said so much great things about this great future star, do you then have something to talk about areas of improvement? Because I believe you could be good all you want, but there's always a room for improvement.
Yes, and that's all of us, even me as a goalkeeper coach nowadays and a coach at the school football. There's always room for improvement for all of us. And Zaeem being at the tender age that he is, he's taking steps to fill those gaps, to improve all the time by doing the extra training, by getting the extra help, you know. So yes, it's not just a fact that Zaeem really needs this to improve in areas. He knows. You can hear him the way he speaks about the game as well. You asked him the question of did you get any assists? Did you get any this for the game? And he thought about it and he said, no, listen, I didn't do any of that, but he contributed to the game. So it shows you he's someone who thinks about the game as well. So he's always willing to improve. So therefore, the path that he's on right now, that is the right path for him, where he will improve naturally and become better with age. But the knowledge that he's picked up now at this young, tender age will only stand him in good stead for the future.
That's the voice of Munib Joseph, a former professional goalkeeper, a man who retired from professional football only to go back the next day as a coach. And I always say to legends, you can say you retire all you want, it's just for the headlines, but you can never retire from the so-called beautiful game of football. Before we let Munib Joseph go, what would you like to say to Munib, Zaeem?
Coach, it's been amazing. With you, the coaching you did with me, it's really helped me a lot. You pushed me to my limits. I love you a lot. Thank you for being the best coach.
I love you too, my boy. And don't forget, we have a massive tournament in 2 weeks' time. So you need to be prepared for that and open the schedule for me, okay?
Yes, Coach.
Coach, before I let you go, let's talk about your nickname, Slim Cut. How did it come about?
Oh, I have no idea. You know, I got to Johannesburg, and that is where they gave me the name Slim Cut, you know, and it's something to do with my reflexes or something like that, which if you try and get that name to me today, there's absolutely no reflexes, there's absolutely no agility. I'd rather be known as, now my wife calls me Fat Cut, not Slim Cut.
When last did you speak to Junaid Hartley, another great former player?
Junaid, you know, we're always in contact, always definitely in contact, because he's a good friend of mine. We've played together, and I last week I had a conversation with Stika because he was doing some development as well. So I'm inviting him to come and play my tournament. So as soon as I'm in the Ivory Coast at the present moment, I get back to Johannesburg probably like on Thursday, and then I'll have a contact with him as well, because he'll definitely come and play my Legends game that I normally have in the tournament. So we are still in good contact with each other.
Interesting indeed. Actually, Junaid Hartley is listening to this conversation. What would you like to say to him?
Yes, Junaid, sorry, now that I got you on the line, Buta, Kanara, I need you to come and play. I need you to come and play in this tournament. I need that Junaid Giers there. But no, Junaid's been a brother of mine and for years and many, many years. Me and Benny was having a word about him now the other day, and just speaking about the path that we all have taken, you know, and for Junaid just to be an icon of South African football. Listen, you know, it's always an honor and a great privilege to speak to him, because as we know, as I might be retired now, but they've been our heroes of what that we used to look up to, you know. So it's always great to be able to kind of reach out to Junaid and ask him, like, you know, he's always there whenever we need him, and it's some person that I always treasure close to my life, always.
Interesting indeed. Munib Joseph, also known as Slim Cut, who is currently in Ivory Coast, a very good former goalkeeper and an inspirational coach indeed. Munib, please do pass our regards to Coach Benny McCarthy as well, and awesome work that you are doing with Harambee Stars there.
Will do. Thank you so much, and it's such a great initiative of having a word with these youngsters of our future. Such a great initiative that you're doing, and such a pleasure for me to be a part of it.
Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon further. 15:10 Central African Time. We take a short break. When we come back, we're going to connect with another coach, Junaid Hartley, who's also had a good hand and a good weight to this star player that is Zaeem Koopman. The future is bright, especially when well looked after.
Ahoy, matey.
Captain here to help, right, boys?
Set sail with us on a digital voyage like no other. Channel Africa has a treasure trove of awesomeness. That is our website and social media pages.
Tell me, why are you here?
We want you to be part of our adventure.
The winds are changing, Captain. And this time...
Imagine a world where curiosity knows no bounds, where entertainment meets enlightenment, and where every click leads to the African perspective. Visit us on our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, or follow us on Instagram or on X at Channel Africa One. Go on, like us on Facebook at Channel Africa One. So, spread the word. Tell a friend that Channel Africa's online variety is what they need on the web. Channel Africa, the African perspective. The stories, the scores, the spirit of the game. Catch Africa at Play with Neto Chemane. Saturdays from 2 to 5 p.m. on Channel Africa.
15:11 Central African Time. A very warm welcome to Africa at Play. If you have just joined us, the conversation continues with our star player, the champion of the moment, Zaeem Koopman, who is a player for Stars of Africa. He got to work with the likes of Munib Joseph, Slim Kat as a coach, but also got to work with Junaid Hartley. What kind of a coach is Sir Hartley?
There's a lot of words for him, but I would like to say he's a very good coach. I really enjoyed being with him. He always pushed me to my limits, made me work very hard, and yeah.
Coach Junaid Hartley, a very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Africa at Play.
Good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon, player. Happy to hear from you. I haven't heard from you guys in a while. But thank you for the opportunity to allow me to share the platform with this pedigree of players, and the future for South African football is bright.
Thank you so much, Coach. What kind of a player is Zimi?
Jimmy is a good player who plays enough flavor for flair that can come out of this type of attitude and his natural ability. But I think his greatest strength is that he always has the willingness to improve. You know, he always wants to get better, and he improves at a rapid pace. And I think one of his other attributes is actually that he's able to conform to environments very quickly, which allows him to transform quite fast, because he recognizes opportunities to allow himself to actually get better. And he doesn't put pressure on himself. He's actually quite composed for his age. He's quite mature. And at this age, you find you go through certain phases where they call it growth spurts. And I don't think that with him that it would actually affect you. If not, it would make him even better. The mere fact that he belongs to an institute that understands the competitive nature of the different fundamental stages, your local, your regional, your professional, your national, and eventually international. They understand what is required and what the demands are to prepare you for the next level of competition, and also to save those moments where you will allow yourself to actually express yourself at the right time, at the right place. They will prepare you for that. I have no doubt about it. But with a player like this, with all that natural ability, so much play, I have no doubt that his future is bright.
Incredible indeed. Those are the words of Coach Junaid Hartley, a former professional player himself, one of the players on the field of play during his playing days. Still active as a legendary player. Zimi, what did you like to say to Coach Junaid Hartley?
I would like to say hello, Coach. I miss you a lot, and thank you for creating me into this beast I am today.
Yeah. Well, I was watching a video of us. It's so good to speak to you. I miss you too. And I watched us when we got through the skills program, skills training, and then we were doing shooting practice. And we put the targets up on the top corners of the goal, and you hit the targets with your first attempt. And I was wondering, how is this boy going to remain consistent? And you came the second time and you hit the target again. So your only responsibility is to maintain your gaming condition and to improve, even if it's by 1% a day. By the end of the season, you have improved 365 times better than what you were yesterday. So it's with your kind of mentality, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to work with you. You come from a good background, football, and you in the right hands when it comes to your coaching at school. In the hands of Slim Cut, I don't think you guys can go wrong on and off the field. So boy, I look forward to seeing you quite soon. I'm going to come and watch your next game, I promise, and I'll see where we take it from there.
Incredible indeed. Coach, thank you so much for your contribution to Africa at Play, but also uplifting youngsters in the likes of Zimi.
You're welcome, and thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. 15:16 Central African time. How do you feel? Both your coaches were on board.
It's amazing, and thank you for having me here today.
Interesting indeed. You spoke highly of your father, Mr. Zaeem Koopman. Big brother, thank you so much for joining us on Africa at Play.
Thank you, Neto. Thank you for having us. Thanks to all your listeners as well.
What kind of a player is Zimi? We got to hear from the coaches, but I'm certain the father always have something to say.
Definitely, I agree with the coaches 100%. I like what you said now. Just increase every day by 1%. At the end of the year, you got 365% behind you. What I love most about Zaeem is very dedicated. He's committed. He actually reminds me when he has training. I don't have to remind him when he has training. He's up an hour earlier for training. And also when we come to fetch him at the grounds from training, he's out kicking the ball somewhere else, even after training has ended an hour ago. So what I want to say to Zaeem is stay committed, stay humble, always put God first, and just keep on working as hard as you are.
Zaeem, if you get an opportunity to get a professional contract, you are 10 and 12 in December. So let's say in 5-6 years' time, where you will be 17, 18, which team would you like it to be?
That's a tough question, but I really want to win international trophies. So a team that does that a lot is Real Madrid.
So you would jump on that opportunity to go to Spain and play for Real Madrid?
Yes.
And play in the La Liga derby against Barca?
Yes.
If you play in that La Liga derby, let's say it was happening sometimes next week, which player would you like to dribble and bring in a cross or even score a goal? Or is it one of those where you have to think about? Or as long as you've beaten Barca, you're happy?
Yeah.
Okay, exciting stuff. And if it happens in South Africa, which team would you like to play for?
I would like to play for Orlando Pirates because most of my South African idols have came from there. And that's the team I do support in the PSL.
And if you play for Real Madrid and you've got to play Manchester United in the UEFA Champions League, I'm certain you'll be eager to beat your father's team, Man United.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Man United, Mr. Samir. What's wrong with your team? Because ever since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson, it's almost like the ancestor of the team has left the team with a couple of bad lucks.
Yeah, 100% Neto. So as you can see, I'm wearing the sharp kit. This was one of the glory days when Alex Ferguson was still part of Manchester United. Unfortunately, my point of view is that it's bad leadership currently under the Manchester United team. It is still one of the biggest clubs in the UK. I just think once we can change leadership, I'll see the glory days will come back, as they say.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Sport, especially football, is very exciting. People will support you whether you win or lose. and they will stick with you. And that's what we love about football, because it would be chaos if you support a team when they win only, and when they lose you change teams. Then we'll end up with no real excitement. 15:19 Central African time. We take a short break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our conversation with our bundle of joy in sport, Zaeem Koopman. And of course, we'll also get to find out from the special lady, the mother to the star.
Mornings made better with Peter and Asanda on Rise and Shine, weekdays 6 till 9.
Malawians go to the polls next week in a high-stakes general election where citizens will choose a new president and 229 members of parliament. And this comes 5 years after the country's 2019 election was annulled by the Constitutional Court due to widespread irregularities in a landmark decision that overturned the victory of the then President Peter Mutharika.
I'm not saying we're a perfect government. No, nobody is. I mean, we've seen even South Africa facing challenges with the fuel that's going up and with whatever challenges. But you know what? When you are dealing with an IMF policy that says do not employ so many people because you're going to become a welfare government and all of that. And Dr. Chakwera said I've got high numbers of unemployment. As a government that is answerable to Malawians, we have found IMF policies wanting on many issues. We believe the people who pay us taxes to put us in our positions, we owe them employment at the minimum.
That's Dr. Jesse Kwabila, who's the Minister of Higher Education in Malawi.
Mornings made better with Peter and Asanda on Rise and Shine. 180 minutes on the world of sports and music. That's Africa at Play with Neto, Neto Chemane on Channel Africa from an African perspective.
15:21 Central African time. You are still tuned in to Africa at Play. We are live every Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. Central African time on DSTV Audio Bouquet channel 802 or OpenView 628 if you are based in South Africa. Alternatively, you can connect with us from any corner of the world online on channelafrica.co.za. Also available at your fingertips on SABC Plus. We still have the star of the moment, the future Orlando Pirates and Real Madrid player Zaeem Koopman. And of course, we are now joined by the special lady, the mother to this great football star. Mama, thank you so much for joining us on Africa at Play. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Neto. Thank you so much for having us. It's an honor and privilege to be here with you today.
Thank you so much for joining us. How do you feel after Zaeem's good game?
I mean, I think the feeling is consistent of every game. He criticizes himself a lot after every game, and my role is to just be that supportive mom, irrespective a good game or a bad game, because we understand the game of soccer. Not every game will feel like a good game, but I am a soccer mom. I'm a mom. So I just support him as well as his teammates after every single game. Is it
an expensive exercise to support a journey of an athlete like Zaeem, where he's been playing the game for years now? We're talking over 5 years, 6 years playing this game and still at it, and there's still future days to come where you might still have to keep buying those soccer boots until he signs a professional contract.
Yes, thank you for that question. Actually, Samir and I have been having more of these conversations because, yes, you want the best for your child. You want to afford them the resources that they need to give them the support, to get them to where they want to be. And there's always something that they need, and we try and play a role, not just within Zaeem's life, but within his team's life, in terms of making sure they have water. We've got to do that, energy aids, transport. So it's not just about Zaeem, but his teammates as well. We've got to come together and just support the team, support the boys. It's always fees, it's always additional training, kits. I mean, Zaeem's at the age now where he's growing, and he's growing quite quickly. So as parents, you really try your best to work and do what you can to support them. Currently, we are trying to work towards getting him into a little bit more of a specialized sporting school, because he loves sport. I mean, he eats, breathes, and sleeps soccer. So we're trying to do that. But again, affordability is something you consider. You know, we don't always have access to private specialized school fees, which is why we're grateful for Coach Munib Josephs at Emerentia Primary that's given us that level of support from a football perspective. But yes, it's expensive.
Not a child's play indeed. Big ups to you and to the rest of the parents out there that are going out of their way to make certain that, you know, the future stars are well looked after. What would you like to say to mothers and fathers out there who may not be as consistent as they should be in supporting their sporting heroes?
I'd like to say I understand that it's difficult. Not everybody can. But I think as a community, we need to come together and we need to support our children. I mean, it takes a village to raise a child today. So at the end of the day, to the parents that can be there, extend an extra hand of help. Support where you can. Bring that extra 6-pack of water, of juice. I mean, feel free to pitch in because our children need our support as parents. So if we can just come together and do what we can to support our boys, I think we're on the road then to success.
Thank you so much for pulling through to Africa at Play and supporting this future star.
Thank you very much, Mr. Neto.
Let's also wrap up with the star and the champion of the moment. That is Zaeem Koopman. If you need a favor, who do you go to between your father and your mother? Who do you go to first?
Oh, this is a good question. I'm sorry, Mom, but I would have to say my father.
Why your father between the two of them?
Most of the time, when I would ask my mother for something, she would say yes, but also mostly no. But for my dad, it's most yes.
And for your dad, is it one of those where he will say, if you put up a good show in today's game, I might just consider your request?
Yes.
Ah, okay. And then you go all out.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed. What would you like to say to your teammates, your classmates, before we say goodbye?
To my teammates, I want to say I really enjoyed playing with them. It's been a great journey with them. I love them a lot and hope to see them again in the next season. And to my classmates at Emerentia, I want to say I love them a lot. The laughter, the fun, they made the class fun. It's been nice having the year with them, and I hope to see them next year again. You
currently in grade 5?
Yes.
Definitely heading to grade 6?
Yes.
What's your favorite subject?
For me, my favorite subject would probably be geography and history.
Ah, interesting. Why those two?
No reason. It's actually because of the teacher. He makes it really fun and he makes it enjoyable.
When is your next match?
My next match is the following week, Saturday.
The following Saturday?
Yes.
And you already play as a winger and a striker. Do you enjoy, which position do you enjoy the most, or you enjoy both of them?
I enjoy both of them, but mostly I would say striker.
Striker, eh? It's
Yeah.
good to bang in goals, ne?
Yeah.
How do you celebrate after scoring a goal?
There's many celebrations.
Okay.
Yeah, I practice the night before.
The night before?
Yeah.
Wow. And how do you feel when you practice the night before and it becomes a reality where you get to score during the match day?
It's an amazing feeling. It's really nice.
Wow. Thank you so much for pulling through to Africa at Play. All the best. I know one day in the next 5-6 years, I will see you either playing for Orlando Pirates or Real Madrid.
Thank you.
That's how we wrap up our exciting conversation with our special guest, our bundle of joy in sport, a soccer player for Stars of Africa. And we say big ups to all the coaches out there. Farouk Khan, a gentleman who's been in the game for many years. At one stage, he was part of the Kaizer Chiefs family, and he's been in this game of football, plowing back through developing future stars. And many other coaches, the likes of Munib Joseph, Slimkat, Junaid Hartley, Ashraf Hendricks, and those that I couldn't list because of time.
Your favorite songs. Your favorite